Hey, everybody. I wanted to do a little recap of the mayoral candidates' interviews that we did. And I thought it would make Paulie Delafacto and his stupid wife and Lucy and her stupid husband, the Ricardos, feel better if I did it behind bars. So here we are today behind bars. Also, the FBI showed up today. Crazy, man. We'll get to a little bit of that later, but so you were right. The FBI was coming full-blooded idiots. But anyway, I wanted to do a little recap. So the first one we aired was Bobby Yevok. Bobby Yevok is somebody that I have known my entire life. We grew up literally about 4 blocks from each other. Graduated with his sister Mary Beth. She has a twin, and Joe, and so I know the family, and they are really good people. Um, I have no doubt in my mind that Bobby Yevok wants to do good things for the city. Um, the confusion for me comes in of, first of all, he is very complimentary about the police, about a lot of the way that things are done. His issues are transparency, which I think Jeff addressed a little bit as far as buying that building, and the dump, which Jeff couldn't say it because he'll get sued, but I don't think Jeff. Well, he did say that he's not crazy about that location. Um, Obviously he believes that it would be a good thing for the city to have closer because of the money being spent and the amount of money that the increases to everyone in the city for collecting the garbage. So that being said, listen, I was going to save it for the end, but it would not bother me if any of these 3 people were got to be mayor, except for Stupid and her husband, who, by the way, I just found out that the post office has issued a separate zip code for each ass cheek. Okay, now on to more serious stuff of hers. But anyway, she's so stupid, but not as stupid as he is, the husband. But anyway, it wouldn't bother me if any of these 3 people got elected as mayor because I genuinely think that each one of them want to move the city forward. Um, and that's never a bad thing. Bobby, like I said, going back to Bobby, he is a working machine. The only person that I know of that works harder than he does or as hard is me. 6:30 in the morning till 7:30 at night, 6 days a week, sometimes 7. He is walking, working, picking up cars, delivering cars, working the thing, doing amazing. So would he do that for the city? I genuinely believe that he would. Okay, so now to Vinay Castro, who, that was my first time spending that much time with him. The guy is articulate, other than the speech, obviously. Um, and I don't think that anybody should dog him for that because unless you're bilingual, shut up. The guy knows 2 languages, which is one more than most people, me included. So he's working at it. And, I have said this before, and I don't mean to, call him any names, but people running for office sometimes are dreamers. And until they actually get in there and see what's going on and why you can't do what it is that you want to do. Like one of his big things was walking the beat on Alter Street. Love that idea. The problem is this drug thing, they're like roaches. If you push them from one place, they're going to go to another place. But if you stay on top of it, I think that you can you can certainly curb that. But I don't really know. I'm not running for mayor, nor will I ever. You want to talk about some shit, but anyway. Um, so I call them dreamers because, and I don't mean to call them that in a derogatory way. I say that as it's more ignorance, and I don't mean that in the wrong way. I mean ignorance in that you don't have the capability of making a decision based on the facts or why not something can or cannot be done. Everybody wants a utopian kind of a thing, and then you realize that if you want to go to heaven, you got to die first. This is not it. So there are reasons why certain things can't be done. I think that the mayor addressed that, whether you agree with it or not, whether you believe him or not. He talked about not having enough staff. If you have 4 cops on, you can't put 1 or 2 of them on Alter Street to stay there. That makes sense. But like he said, now that the season's coming up where they're not on vacations and they are, fully staffed or have more police than they've ever had, maybe that's something that you will see. So anyway, like I said, he addressed that. But Vinay, smart. I didn't ask him where he got his degree because I believe he actually has one. You can tell that just in the way that he speaks and the fact that he operates several businesses with employees, which you all know I feel is very important. So he's got the credentials to run the city. I really believe that he probably does. So that being said, wouldn't mind if he wins. Now on to Jeff Cassat, the current mayor. The guy certainly is completely knowledgeable. There's nobody that saw that interview that can't say that Jeff Cassat doesn't know where he's at or what he's doing. Do you believe everything that he said? I do, but I don't know. Do you? I don't know. There are reasons why certain things can't be done. I said it in his interview, and I'll say it again. I feel like the streets in Hazleton are better than they are since I moved back here. I drive a car that's very low profile, and believe me when I tell you, I used to play dodgems all the time. There's not so much of that now. A lot of the streets are fully paved, and the other ones, I know I only ever called one time about a hole, and the next day they filled it. So they are responsive to that kind of a thing. So you can call them. So when dipshit says that she had 50 phone calls about a hole on Hemlock Street, which I told you if she won the lottery, she couldn't get 50 texts or messages. But then all you have to do is call them. You call unless they're just messing with her, because I'm sure they hate her guts. All you have to do is call them at the DPW, and they will address it. I didn't tell them who I was. I just said there's an issue, and they went and fixed it. So it's not because I have connections and blah, blah, blah. Idiots. I wanted to address what Jeff said about just spending the money on that building. I think it was a lot of news that nobody had heard, that he actually had called a meeting with the fire people and the council, so they were aware of the fact that he wanted to do it, and then like he said, I wasn't going to just keep them every week have a meeting. He said I told him that there was going to be a closing. I gave them 1%. It was good enough for me. The opposition is always going to find a way to. They have to get something, otherwise they could just say no, he's doing a great job and we'll keep him. So, they're going to say that kind of stuff. And maybe they did feel left out on the decision, but because of the type of government that we have, that he explained, he doesn't have to ask their permission. And was he cocky in saying that at a meeting one night? Maybe. I don't, somebody said that he said that. And if he said that, then that was probably the wrong way to put it, unless he was just attacking them because he was being attacked. I don't know. I wasn't there. I am going to start going to those meetings, not because I want to be involved, but because I want to be educated, and I want to know, firsthand. I hear all kinds of stuff, and I think it's important that I go if I'm going to be doing this podcast. Even though in the future they're going to be more, they're not going to be more. They're going to be more about other stuff than this. I have noticed that my serious podcasts don't get near as much play as when I'm fucking around. So that's the reason for this silliness today, is that it gets people's attention, and they are more apt to click in and watch. And I did this because I want, like I said, Idiot and his wife and the other one and blah, 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 to feel more comfortable with me behind bars, since that's where they've been saying I'm going for 7 years. And I'm still out walking the street and doing my thing. The Act 47 thing, her saying that he put us in it and now he's taking us out, total bullshit. As he addressed, that's something that takes a long time to get into. What he had to say about it, totally, I didn't know, anything about it. I just knew that we were in and that we were out because she talked about it. But he certainly addressed that. I mean, it seems like he did exactly the right thing. Doing the thing with getting the roads and that done because of COVID, because the state had canceled all the contracts. Very smart. We have a surplus now of money. When he got in, there was no money in the budget for streets, something that I don't think people knew. And then the biggest thing is the dump. Like I said before, I don't think he ever wanted it there, but he can't say that or they'll sue him. Everybody has to get a shot. You go there with a proposal to City Hall, then now they're a DEP and they're getting all of that other stuff approved or not, and then it goes back to council. The fact that he said, I really can't approve it or disprove it, was important. I think it's important that people know that. So the fact that we're out of 47 now and in such good financial shape, much better than we were, is a testament to him. That's all there is to it. I wanted to talk about Vinay donating half of his salary. What an awesome thing, first of all. It's just a terrific thing. I loved it when Kennedy did it. I loved it when Trump did what he did. If you're a guy who doesn't need the money and you're doing it for the right reasons, first of all, he's financing his own campaign because he doesn't want to owe anybody anything. And then giving back half of the money is just a terrific thing. And God bless you for wanting to do that. Because I know that you have to diverse yourself of your businesses. I don't know how it works with the money, if you can still, get money from those things. I don't know how that works, so I'm not going to comment. But I think that the salary is $57,000 a year. And to give half of that away is $27,500 or something, and $28,500, and that's up. I mean, how you can't put a guy down for that. God bless. And also the fact that he has employees was very relevant to me. Of course, Bobby Yevok has been managing people and having employees for a long, long time. And that idiot that didn't think that it was relevant had a meth head she doesn't even want to admit that he was an employee, and that's fine. But that's about it. So she can't manage people. If you call her number to try to do business, 9 times out of 10, you're not even going to get her because she's out with her fucking camera and video and worried about other people. I can't believe that I can't park without getting my car picture taken and put on Facebook. It's just, where are you people? What are you doing, you people? Unbelievable. Go to the hospital, get tests, park in a handicapped spot, which I am perfectly eligible to do, and you got a fucking problem with it. Fuck you. All right. I was blown away by the amount of grant money, $100 million since Jeff came into office. Wow. And you might say, where is it? I think he kind of explained where it's going and where it has been going, and the fact that it took us out of 47, and like I said, more road work than in the history of Hazleton in a year or two or three, whatever it's been. 44 miles of new road. It's crazy. It's a terrific thing. Nobody should argue with that. I really think that that's about it. I want to say one more time that it wouldn't bother me if any of the three of these guys. I am a Republican. I don't make any bones about it. I am as conservative as I possibly can be, fiscally and every other way that you could be a conservative. That's me. The only thing I don't agree with the Republican Party is the death penalty. I think that it is wrong to kill people for killing people. I think it makes us look barbaric and stupid to do that as a country. Lock those people away, put them on a fucking island with bread and milk and water or whatever, and throw away the key. That's fine. But and this shit with they get libraries and computers and all and workout centers and is just wrong. But anyway, the bars. I moved the bar. Sorry. I hope I could break out of here when this is over. Anyhow, it's the only thing that I really disagree with the Republican Party. So I'm not endorsing anybody, but I'm telling you how I vote. And for me, it's about abortion. And that's the strongest thing. It's why I absolutely love Donald Trump. I felt like when he got the Supreme Court where he got it, I could die then. I could die with a smile on my face, knowing that eventually they would do away with that nonsense of killing babies. And what they did was turn it back to the states. So now the stupid people in the stupid states will still have abortion. And sorry, you might have to drive there if you're going to kill your baby. But that's just the way that it works. Next week, we are going to do a podcast about pensions. I am going to provide you with all the material as an educational thing. This is not me really going after anyone, especially anyone in particular. This is about where your property and school taxes are going and why, not necessarily the property, but the school taxes especially, keep increasing. I've talked about senior citizens who work their whole lives to own a house and a piece of property, only to be deciding if they're going to pay their taxes and keep their house or buy medicine and food. So, and everyone that I ever talked to about this issue was not aware of it. So you are going to hear some stuff that you will be able to go online and back up everything that I say, or I will not say it. Unlike Stupid and her husband, who just say shit. They've been diagnosed with a disease called diabetes, and they're fucking loaded with it, these people. So next week is going to be it's going to be a little rough for me afterwards, I know. But like I said before, if you don't want to patronize my businesses because I'm educating you on the way things are, that's your decision. I can't do anything about it. If I had to close them or sell them, I would still do it. I would still be out there doing it because it's the right thing to do. People need to, you want to talk about transparency? People need to know where this money is going and why it's going there. We're going to talk about why you should never, ever vote for a teacher to be on the school board. I think it's a conflict of interest, and I think it should be outlawed. You're putting the fox in charge of the hen house. So we're going to talk about that more next week. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget that I will not be in jail next week behind bars because I got somebody to pay my bail. So fuck you, Paulie, and your stupid fan club. And Gabe, the guy that called me with this nonsense threat. Idiots. Have a great day. See you soon.